Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're talking about some British coins you might have in your pocket right now, and they could be worth big money. That's right, some 1979 new penny coins and certain one-penny coins from 2000-2008 are now incredibly valuable, and collectors are paying high prices for them. In this video, I'll show you which ones to look out for, what makes them rare, and how much they're worth today. So grab your coin jar and stay tuned. You might have a penny that's worth far more than just 1 pence. Let's get started. First up. To truly appreciate the 1979 new penny, we have to go back to February 1971, when the UK officially switched from the old pre-decimal system of pounds, shillings, and pence to a simpler decimal currency. The new penny was part of that revolutionary shift. Instead of 12 pence to a shilling and 20 shillings to a pound, the new system set 100 new pence to the pound. During the transition, coins were labeled new penny or new pence to help people distinguish between the old and new denominations. By 1979, decimal coins were well established, but the wording new penny was still in use on the 1-penny coin, a detail that would change just a few years later in 1982. The Royal Mint was producing millions of these coins each year, primarily at its facility in Llantrisant, South Wales, and most coins from this period carry no mint mark, which was standard practice in the UK. The 1979 British 1 new penny is made of bronze, consisting of 97% copper, 2.5% zinc, and 0.5% tin. It weighs 3.56 grams, measures 20.32 millimeters in diameter, and features a plain edge, simple yet classic. On the obverse, we see the elegant portrait of Queen Elizabeth II by Arnold McKim, one of the most recognized portraits ever used on British coins. Her effigy faces right, wearing the girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, with the surrounding legend reading Elizabeth II D.G. Reg. F.D. 1979, an abbreviation for De Gratia Regina Fidei Defensor, meaning, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. The reverse, designed by Christopher Ironside, shows a portcullis with chains, originally used as the badge of the Palace of Westminster, with the denomination New Penny above and the numeral 1 below. This design has remained iconic in British coinage history. Now, when collectors say, without mint mark, it's important to note that UK circulation coins traditionally do not carry mint marks. Unlike the US Mint, which identifies coins from Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, the Royal Mint in Britain usually issues coins without any identifying mint mark unless they're special proof issues or overseas strikes. Therefore, a 1979 new penny without a mint mark is not necessarily an error. It's the standard issue for that year. However, what can occasionally cause confusion is that some proof sets or test strikes might have minute differences, and some collectors hunt for variations in the spacing, lettering, or die alignment, which can create rare varieties. So, while the no mint mark version is typical, there can be minor die varieties that make certain examples more desirable. In terms of mintage, 1979 saw a healthy production of 1-penny coins. The Royal Mint struck over 500 million 1-penny coins for circulation that year, making it a very common issue. These coins circulated widely throughout the late 1970s and 1980s, appearing in wallets, pockets, and piggy banks across Britain. Because of this, most surviving examples show heavy signs of wear, scratches, dullness, and loss of original luster. Fine condition coins, which display moderate wear but have visible details, are quite typical among those found today. However, uncirculated or proof specimens, especially ones that still shine with their original copper-red tone, are considerably rarer and can fetch higher prices from collectors or coin dealers. When determining the value of a 1979 1 new penny, condition is key. Grading standards range from poor, P, and fair, FR, all the way up to uncirculated, UNC, and proof, PR. A coin in fine, F condition, which is the level we're discussing, shows moderate wear on the high points of the design, with most major details still clear but lacking mint brilliance. These coins are easily identified as genuine circulation issues, with natural toning from age. Collectors often keep such examples for typesets, collections that show one coin from each year or design variation. While a fine condition example doesn't command high value, it still holds educational and historical worth, representing the common coinage of late 20th century Britain. As of today's collector market, a 1979 British 1 new penny in fine condition typically trades for about 10 to 20 pence in the United Kingdom, or roughly 10 cents to 25 cents USD. It's not rare, but it's still of interest to collectors of British decimals or those building complete year sets. Coins in brilliant uncirculated BU condition may reach 1 to 2 pounds, around $1.25 to $2.50 USD, and proof examples from official mint sets can occasionally sell for 3 to 5 pounds, $4 to $6 USD, especially if still sealed in their original presentation cases. If you have about 30 coins in fine condition, the combined collector value might be around 3 to 6 pounds, or about $4 to $8 total, though that can rise slightly if any examples show unusually strong strikes or minimal wear. Collectors often wonder, what makes one of these coins more valuable than another? The answer lies in strike quality, color, preservation, and provenance. Bronze coins like the new penny can tone dramatically over time, shifting from bright red to brown, or even developing a deep chocolate hue. Red-brown examples that retain some of their original mint luster are considered premium by grading services. Additionally, coins stored in humid environments can suffer from verdigris or corrosion, reducing both visual appeal and market worth. True rarity among 1979 one-penny coins only arises with mint errors, off-center strikes, die cracks, double strikes, or planchet flaws. These minting errors can lift a coin's value into the 10 to 50 pounds, $12 to $60 range, depending on the uniqueness and demand. Although it's not a high-value coin, the 1979 one new penny carries tremendous historical significance. It's part of the final stretch of the new penny era. Just a few years later, in 1982, the Royal Mint replaced the wording with "one penny" to reflect that the new terminology was no longer necessary. For many collectors, this coin marks the end of a transition period in Britain's monetary history, symbolizing both modernization and the enduring legacy of the Royal Mint's craftsmanship. When you hold one, you're holding a piece of the late 1970s, an age of cultural change, Queen Elizabeth II's long reign, and everyday British life captured in bronze. So there you have it, the complete story of the 1979 British 1 new penny without mint mark. While it may not make you rich, it's a perfect coin for new collectors to learn grading, history, and preservation techniques. If you have around 30 of these in fine condition, keep them clean and dry, and maybe upgrade your collection with a few brilliant uncirculated examples to see the full beauty of the design. And remember, every collection starts with curiosity and patience. Next up. By the year 2000, the United Kingdom's decimal coinage system had already been in place for nearly 3 decades. The original new penny design introduced in 1971 had evolved. The word "new" was dropped in 1982, so by the time we reached the millennium, the coin simply read "one penny." Britain's coinage in 2000 reflected stability and tradition under Queen Elizabeth II's reign, yet it also represented modern minting precision. The Royal Mint, located in Llantrisant, South Wales, had refined its production technology, striking millions of coins each year with improved detail, sharper dies, and high-quality bronze plating. The year 2000 marked not only a symbolic turning of the millennium but also a period where collectors began to pay closer attention to subtle minting variations, color tones, and die conditions, even in everyday coins like the humble penny. The 2001 penny coin is made of copper-plated steel, a change introduced in 1992 when rising copper prices made the old bronze alloy too expensive to produce. This steel core gives the coin a slightly magnetic property, something you can test easily at home with a magnet. The coin weighs 3.56 grams, measures 20.3 millimeters in diameter, and features a plain edge. On the obverse, it carries the 4th definitive portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Ian Rank Broadley, showing the Queen facing right, wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara. The inscription reads, Elizabeth II DG Reg FD 2000, standing for Dei Gratia Regina Fidei Defensor, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. The reverse, designed by Christopher Ironside, depicts a portcullis with chains, the famous badge of the Palace of Westminster, with a coronet above and the words 1 penny around it, along with the numeral 1 below. It's a simple, enduring design that symbolizes both monarchy and parliament. Let's talk about the without mint mark detail, which often confuses new collectors. In the United Kingdom, circulation coins almost never feature mint marks, meaning the absence of a mint mark on your 2000 penny is entirely normal. The Royal Mint issues all regular UK coins from its main facility, and only special commemorative or overseas struck coins carry identifying marks. Unlike the US system, where a D for Denver or S for San Francisco can make a difference, British coins rely on year, design, and condition for their collectible value. So if you have a 2000 penny without any mint mark, that's exactly how it was meant to be. However, there are rare cases of misstrikes or off-metal errors, where coins might have been struck on the wrong planchet or with slight die defects, and those special varieties can carry significant premiums. The mintage figures for the 2001 penny coin are enormous. The Royal Mint struck around 601 million pieces for circulation, ensuring a steady supply across the United Kingdom. This massive mintage makes the 2000 penny a common issue, not a rarity. The majority of these coins entered everyday use and experienced the usual wear and tear of circulation, scratches, dulling, and discoloration from years in wallets, tills, and pockets. However, uncirculated UNC examples, those that were never released for circulation and have retained their original shine, are less common, especially if they've been carefully stored in coin sets or protective holders. Such coins are prized by collectors for their crisp detail and bright copper-red finish, which often fades quickly in circulated coins. Condition plays a crucial role in determining a coin's value, and this is particularly true for modern decimals like the 2000 penny. Grading ranges from poor P to brilliant uncirculated BU, with intermediate levels such as fine F, very fine VF, and extremely fine EF. A coin in uncirculated condition means it shows no signs of wear, only minimal contact marks from the minting process, and retains full original luster. These coins are often found in Royal Mint annual sets or collected directly from mint rolls before entering circulation. Under a magnifying glass, the fine details of the Queen's portrait, the portcullis lines, and even the tiny lettering around the edge remain sharp and clear. Collectors value these coins not just for their beauty but for their preservation, an untouched piece of the year 2000, frozen in time. Now let's discuss the numbers, the actual value. In today's collector market, a 2000 British 1 penny in average circulated condition holds its face value, 1 penny. However, a coin in uncirculated UNC condition, like the ones we're discussing, can sell for 30 pence to £1 GBP, depending on its luster and whether it's from a mint set. In US dollars, that's roughly 35 cents to $1.25 USD. Proof coins, though specially struck with mirrored surfaces for collectors, can fetch £2 to £3, around $2.50 to $4 US, if in pristine condition and still housed in official Royal Mint packaging. If you own around 30 uncirculated examples, your total collection could be worth approximately £9 to £30, or about $11 to $37 US, depending on the exact quality and how they're stored. While these values aren't life-changing, they're meaningful to collectors who appreciate condition and completeness in a date-run set. While the 2000 penny isn't rare in the traditional sense, several factors can influence its appeal among collectors. First, toning, the natural color change that occurs over time, can dramatically affect a coin's desirability. A bright, reddish coin with full mint shine is usually worth more than one that's brown or spotted. Second, die varieties. Slight differences in the die engraving can occasionally appear, though few confirmed varieties exist for 2000. Third, collectors appreciate the millennium year symbolism. The year 2000 holds a special place in history, marking the transition into a new century. Many collectors seek coins dated 2000 simply for their commemorative sentiment, even if they're not scarce. As always, error coins, such as off-center strikes, broad strikes, or coins struck on foreign blanks, can be worth tens of pounds or more, depending on visibility and demand. The turn of the millennium was a milestone moment for nations around the world, and Britain's coinage of that year captures that transition beautifully. While the Royal Mint didn't release a special circulating penny for the millennium, it did issue proof sets and commemorative coins across other denominations to mark the event. The humble penny of 2000 remains a symbol of continuity, the steadfast coin that carried over into the 21st century unchanged, reliable, and familiar. For students of British numismatics, it represents a bridge between the late 20th century bronze coins and the modern copper-plated steel era. And for younger collectors, it's often one of the first coins that sparks curiosity about the designs, metals, and stories behind the change in their hands. So there you have it, the complete story of the 2000 British one-penny coin without mint mark, in stunning uncirculated condition. While it may not be a fortune maker, it's a coin that reflects craftsmanship, history, and the enduring tradition of British coinage. If you've got a batch of around 30 of these in mint state, you're holding on to a small but meaningful collection, a gleaming snapshot of the millennium preserved in copper. For serious collectors, it's a coin worth keeping safe in airtight holders, away from moisture and fingerprints, to maintain that original luster. And for those just starting their numismatic journey, this coin is proof that even modern pocket change can tell powerful stories. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like and ring the bell for more in-depth videos on British coins, error finds, and value updates, and may your next discovery shine as bright as the day it left the Royal Mint. Next up. To truly appreciate the 2008 penny, we must understand the historical backdrop. Before 2008, British coins had carried the same reverse designs for decades. The penny featured the portcullis with chains, designed by Christopher Ironside and first introduced in 1971. But in 2008, the Royal Mint launched a radical redesign led by artist Matthew Dent, who created a new set of reverses forming a jigsaw puzzle of the Royal Shield of Arms. When all 6 coins from the 1p to the 50p were placed together, they formed the complete shield. This was one of the most visually creative and symbolic changes in modern British numismatics. Therefore, 2008 is unique because it includes 2 distinct penny types, one bearing the old Ironside portcullis design and another featuring the new Royal Shield segment. Both were struck in that year, making 2008 a transitional and collectible date in UK coin history. The 2008 one-penny coin is made from copper-plated steel, a composition introduced in 1992 after the Royal Mint moved away from bronze due to rising copper costs. It weighs 3.56 grams, measures 20.3 millimeters in diameter, and has a plain edge. The obverse, the side showing Queen Elizabeth II, features the 4th definitive portrait by Ian Rank Broadley, introduced in 1998. Her Majesty faces right, wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, with a surrounding inscription, Elizabeth II DG Reg FD 2008, an abbreviation of Dei Gratia Regina Fidei Defensor, meaning, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. The reverse, depending on the variety, either displays Ironside's portcullis design with the words, 1 penny, or the new Royal Shield design, which shows the lower left segment of the United Shield, part of the ramping lion of England. This new design symbolized modernity, national unity, and the Royal Mint's commitment to artistic evolution. Let's clear up one of the most common points of confusion, the lack of a mint mark. Many new collectors believe that a missing mint mark makes their coin rare, but for British currency, no mint mark is actually standard practice. Unlike American coins, where mint marks indicate the production location, like D for Denver or S for San Francisco, all UK circulation coins are produced by the Royal Mint at Llantrisant, South Wales, and do not carry any mint mark. Only special collector issues, overseas strikes, or rare test coins sometimes feature one. So, if your 2008 penny has no mint mark, that's perfectly normal. It's the standard UK circulation issue. However, 2008 does have an interesting twist. Because of the two different designs produced that year, there's always interest in identifying which version you have, the old portcullis type or the new shield design, since both are part of a unique transitional moment. The Royal Mint struck a substantial number of pennies in 2008, over 418 million coins in total. The old portcullis design was produced mainly for collector sets and limited circulation early in the year, while the new shield design became the standard for general use afterward. Despite these high figures, 2008 pennies remain special because they represent that design crossover. Coins that were actually used in circulation are now often found with scratches, discoloration, or wear from use. Most coins you find today are in fine or very fine condition, showing moderate flattening on the Queen's portrait and soft details on the reverse. Though they're not rare, their historical importance ensures that even circulated examples are worth keeping as part of a complete date or design-type collection. Grading is the backbone of coin collecting, and knowing what fine condition means is essential. A fine F grade indicates a coin that has seen significant circulation but still retains most of its major design details. The highest points of the design, such as the Queen's cheek and hair or the lion's mane on the shield, will show noticeable wear, while the lettering and date remain readable. The surfaces may appear dull, and there may be small contact marks or discoloration, but the overall design is intact. For modern coins like the 2008 penny, fine condition is considered average circulated quality. While it doesn't hold the same value as an uncirculated or proof example, it represents the genuine, everyday coin that actually passed through people's hands, a tangible link to history and daily life in the United Kingdom. Now let's talk about what collectors really want to know: the value. In fine condition, a 2008 British 1 penny without mint mark is generally worth its face value of 1 penny, or slightly more to collectors completing date sets. On the open market or online platforms, a single fine example sells for around 5 pence to 10 pence GBP, roughly 6 cents to 12 cents USD. If you have around 30 coins in fine condition, your total value would be about £1.50 to £3, or approximately $2 to $4 US. Coins in uncirculated condition can reach 50 pence to £1, and proof coins from official Royal Mint sets might fetch £2 to £4 each, particularly if stored in perfect condition. While the 2008 penny won't make you rich, it's still a meaningful collector's piece because of its transitional year and dual design types, something that always intrigues numismatists. The real appeal of the 2008 penny lies not in its monetary value, but in its numismatic significance. Collectors often focus on firsts and lasts, and this coin delivers both. It was the last year for the traditional Ironside design and the first year for the new shield design. Because of this, many enthusiasts like to collect both versions side by side as part of a design evolution display. Additionally, 2008 marked a broader moment in the Royal Mint's modernization, showcasing the blend of heritage and contemporary design. Even though the fine condition examples are common, they represent a chapter in British coin history where art, symbolism, and tradition all converged. Some collectors also enjoy hunting for error coins from this year, such as misaligned dies, weak strikes, or doubled lettering, though true mint errors are rare. The humble penny has always played a symbolic role in British culture, from sayings like, "A penny saved is a penny earned," to its place in every child's piggy bank. By 2008, the penny had already endured over 37 years of decimal coinage, yet it remained a familiar and trusted unit of currency. This continuity gives even modern examples a sense of charm and heritage. For historians and educators, the 2008 penny provides an opportunity to teach about the evolution of coin design, the function of national symbols, and the technological advancements in minting. For everyday Britons, it represents a connection between the old and new, a coin that quietly witnessed the dawn of a new design era while remaining one of the most common coins in the nation's pockets. So, in summary, the 2008 British 1 penny coin without mint mark might not be rare, but it's historically rich and visually meaningful. Whether you have 1 or 30, especially in fine condition, you're holding a small piece of a major transformation in British coinage. With a modest collector value of a few pence each, Their true worth lies in their story, a story of design innovation, heritage, and craftsmanship. If you want to build a truly complete UK penny collection, 2008 is an essential year that bridges two great designs. This deep dive into one of Britain's most significant modern pennies. If you enjoyed learning about, and ring the bell to stay updated on more videos about British coins, rare finds, and collecting tips. Until next time, keep your coins safe, your eyes sharp, and your passion for numismatics alive, because every coin has a story to tell. Thanks for watching.